What's up, you fellow dragons here? My name is TheWhiteDragonSage here, and welcome back to another exciting storytime video. And if you guys haven't seen my last two videos, I'll leave a link down below on, so you guys can watch it, see how you enjoy it, because there are actually some pretty funny stories. And with me today, I have my good old friend Paddock again.
What up, mates?
Yeah, Paddock's back again. And I brought him here because he was just, he was in the area. I thought, why not? He can help me do a recording and do another funny video. And if you haven't seen the title of this video, obviously it's kind of, long story short, to summarize it, let's just say we're in situations
we fucked up.
Yeah, but we got out of it. Particularly my situation, I almost fucked up, but you were deep shit. Okay, so I'll kind of explain my scenario in the story. So in this moment, I was in Spanish class, okay? So I was in class, and the setting of this class was I was on the left side, on the back of the room, left side of the freaking class. And on the right of me, there's the door to get out of the class. There is no windows and no other doors besides that to get out of the class, because our class was kind of like indoors, it felt like a prison in a way. But anyway, I was kind of bored out of my mind because I was paying attention to the teacher. She was an awesome teacher, and I was also paying attention to the lesson, but I was also kind of dazing off. And you know how situations where you're in a class and you're bored, how you're resting on your hand, but your hand's like a fist, so you're really resting on your fist? You know that?
It's like that thinking pose.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's on your side of your head. So when I was doing that, I was just dazing off, mind my own business, blah blah blah. And the teacher calls me out on it. He's like, Sage. I was like, oh shit, okay, about to pay attention. So I'm about to look at my book to see if she wants me to read something, say something in Spanish, or stuff like that. But when I got my off rest mode, the teacher literally said, no, go back to doing that, what you were doing. I was like, wait, what? Go back to what were you doing when I was resting. I was like, okay. So I go back to rest mode, how it is. And I didn't know that my teacher was giving an example of what I was doing in the book, because there was exactly the same, like a picture of a kid who was in that same pose I was. And he says, just like the person in the book, Sage is thinking. What is Sage thinking about? I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm an example now. Okay, cool. And when the teacher was asking people, one person, I believe it was one guy in the freaking class, said this, Sage is thinking about girls. I'm like, wait, what? And immediately the class starts laughing. I was like, you fucking bitches, you fucking assholes. I see how it is. And down the line, he was saying the same thing, but one person was saying, oh, he's thinking about class. I was like, okay, at least that's not partially far from the truth, but whatever. I'd rather think the class than freaking girls. The reason being, keep that in mind. So she was going down the line of students and saying, what are you thinking about? And they say, and when she asked the guy, the guy responds, I'm thinking about girls. And when she asks the girls, he says, I'm thinking about guys. I'm like, okay then. And she's going down the line. And note that where I am, and in this class, 2/3 of the class was female. There's only like
You're outnumbered, basically.
Yeah, I was like 3 other guys besides me. And there's like a class of like almost 20. So yeah. And when she was going down the line, I'm pretty sure she's gonna pick on me next and say, is like, oh, obviously pick on me and say like, okay, what are you thinking about, Sage? And stuff like that. And I know down the line, I was gonna say, I'm thinking about freaking class. And I thought of a reason, and I looked to my right, and I'm thinking, it's like, oh shit. And I was just praying to God, freaking, she doesn't pick me. I was like, please God, don't let her pick me. Please God, don't let her pick me. Please God, don't let her pick me. And she stops to the guy right next to me that wanted to get the answer. But since I was an example, she didn't pick me. I was like, thanking God for not picking me. And the reason being is, if she would have picked me, I would have said the thing as in I was thinking about, class. And if I know my teacher, and I do know my teacher, she would ask one of these two things. One, it says, oh, okay, Sage is thinking about class. That's a good student. He's actually thinking about his future and stuff like that, worry about,
Bull.
Yeah, bullshit. And, or the other thing she might ask is, why are you thinking that instead of the others, like the other people are? And if she would have asked me that, I would have been scared, because there was only one thing that came to my mind, because I was daydreaming. I don't know what I was thinking, and only one thing popped in my mind. And when I was about to say it out loud, I was about to say, I looked to my right, and like I said, oh fuck, that's not a good idea. Because you know what I was thinking of? You know what's the first thing that popped in my mind?
What?
The first thing, if she would have asked, why'd you think about class and girls? The only thing that came to mind was this. Cause one's cheaper than the other.
Damn.
I did not think that way. I did not think that way through. I was like, oh. And I was like praying to God, thank God she didn't pick, because, oh, if I would have said that out loud, the 3 guys would be laughing their asses off, but the girls will be, you a dead man. As in, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Mom, I might be late because I'm probably gonna die. Mom, I love you. I'm probably gonna be dead. I'm probably gonna be dead.
Yep.
Tell my brother Anthony, my brother that he can have my PS4. Tell my little brother that he can have my 360, and tell my friends he can have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. Tell all my friends and my family that I love them. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah. But looking back on it, I kind of wish I said that. But this is a scenario I would have done now. I don't have to say it this way through. What I would have done is pack up my shit, put my jacket on, put my backpack on, walk to the freaking front exit door, where my and then she was probably gonna ask, why are you going to the door? But I was like, wait. I'm gonna hold that finger out. I was like, wait for a minute. And I'm gonna have like freaking be in the door, get ready to run position. And then I would say that it's like, why I pick class over girls? Simple, one's cheaper than the other, and book it like there's no tomorrow.
Now we run.
Yes, but I would be saying this, Arriba, woo! Like freaking the little mouse from freaking Looney Tunes. I forgot his name. Guys, comment down below.
Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez.
There we go, Speedy Gonzalez. Arriba! I will be like him fast. I'll be gone. I'll be long gone. But yeah,
Oy.
that's kind of my moment where I almost dead.
Sucks. I gotta wish you would've. I could've got your Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Fuck off, asshole.
Aww.
Anyway, do you have any fuck up story like that, bro?
Yeah, I have a couple F-up stories where I just royally fucked up. But the one that comes to mind right now was when I was at Marine Corps recruit training. Now, I had actually injured myself during this time, so I had to stay longer. So I was in a whole platoon just like full of cripples. Like,
wow.
I had actually fractured my hip and leg and tore some muscles in my leg, so it sucked. So I had to stay there longer, and it was really, really boring. So
okay.
When you go to, if you go to Chow without the platoon, you have to go with another person. And when you're in this metal platoon, they're a lot more lenient than any other actual platoon. So one thing we would do, so we didn't have to go eat like lunch with like the platoon, is we just take a long shower, or just a really long shower. So I did that, and I did like every day basically. So I grabbed this one guy I knew, and he's kind of weird, but he was okay. But so we start heading off. We had to march our way to the chow hall, and there's only 4 doors that you can eat chow at. And majority of the time, you have to go to the farthest one because that's where the least people are. And the least amount of drill instructors. Because if you line up, legitimately, you could go in those lines and you could wait there for a good, like, 10 minutes. And then right when you're about to go in, the drill instructor can say, no, I'll go to another line. It sucks. And you can't say nothing about it. And they'll keep doing that too. So
wow, that
yeah.
sounds like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. So basically, I'd been there a long time, long enough to know that. And I tell the guy, I'm like, let's go. He's like, no, let's go. I'm like, no, we're going to this one. I actually want to eat chow. So I'm like, there shouldn't be any platoons there. So we start marching over there, and we gotta go around the building and to our right, and then there's another right where the door is. So as soon as I walk over there, I don't see one at first. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're just gonna walk in and get some food. As soon as I turn that corner, I see a drill instructor, a small like Mexican drill instructor that's like talking to his platoon, and I look at him for a second, and I start looking at him. And he looks at me, and you're never supposed to make eye contact with the drill instructor when you're a recruit, unless they tell you eyeballs. So I'm looking at him, and he looks at me, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna yell at him, and then I look at him again real quick, and I'm like, dear God. So
What happened?
So basically, before I got kicked out of my platoon, because my leg was broken and so was my hip, I had a drill instructor. Drill instructor Sergeant Moza, I'll call him.
Okay.
So he was evil. He was a evil little Mexican man. And he would scare any child or adult male.
Damn.
So As soon as I turn this corner, I can see, as soon as he makes eye contact with me, he knew who I was because his facial expression changed instantly to anger.
Oh, what did you do?
Nothing. But all I hear is, oh, hell no. Hell to the fuck no. Get the out of here, Panic. I'm like, aye, sir. And the guy with me, he's just like, what? Just go.
Oh.
And I'm like, I march as fast as I can to another door. And in the background, before I can hear him, he's like, oh, hell no, Panic. Get your ass back here right now. And I'm like, I don't hear you. Get over here now. I'm like, I don't hear you. The guy I'm with is just like, what is that? Who is that? I was like, it doesn't matter, run. So we go to the other one, and the line was gone, so we just walked in, and we get our trays, and we get our food, and I start eating. I'm like, oh. And then I hear him, the guy I came with, he's just like, dude, Panic. That guy, that drill instructor, he's looking for you. He went from the other chow hall, because they're all connected, and was looking for me. He was searching through all of the other recruits, like, he looked like he was like kind of hunchy, like looked like he was trying to smell for me. I'm just like, nope.
Oh god,
head down.
He's big motherfucker. He's big motherfucker from Outlast. He's sniffing you out, man.
I was just like, no, just no. And eventually he couldn't find me because I had my head down. We all looked the same because, thank God, we all looked the same. And he eventually walked away.
Oh.
The guy I'm with was the best part was the guy that I was with was laughing, and another drone instructor just shut him up. He's like, I guess we laugh at the chow hall, right? I'm just like, and this is another part that was pretty funny. He's just like, no sir. And drill instructors, they look for like flaws to yell at you for. And one of the flaws that this guy did, he went with me. He looked him in the eye.
Oh.
So he's like yelling at him, and so I'm just eating food. I'm not ignoring this 100%. Because I knew how this worked. This guy goes like T-Rex mode and like stops yelling at him and looks at me and gets like so close to the right side of my face and I can just see him in the corner of my eye, like he wants me to look. I'm just like, nope. He's like, you sure you don't want to look? Nope. And he just went like T-Rex mode. He's like, I can hear his breathing on my face.
God, that's terrifying.
And he just like walked away. I'm just like
Jurassic Park mode.
The whole day after that, it was bad. I got scared because that drill instructor, he's just evil. Anyone who's had him, they even will agree with me. He is evil.
Wow. Remind me never to join the military.
Oh, he just got shoved.
Yeah. Well, I hope you all guys enjoyed this funny little story time video, which it seems to be a lot longer than usual, but hey, it seems like a pretty interesting story because I love this story. I'm pretty sure he loves my story too.
He's interesting for you.
Yeah, interesting for me, but hey, you gotta admit that was pretty interesting when I had the story.
Funny.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys like this little story time video and you want me to keep making story time videos so you guys can hear any funny moments that happen in my life and also Sleep with Panic, stuff like that, or any of my friends that you want to hear some funny story times from, comment down below if you want me to continue this or play any kind of games you want me to play. Subscribe to become part of the Dragon Horde and subscribe to see more videos like this video if you enjoyed. And Panic, you want to say any final words?
My life sucks, okay?
Your life sucks for you, but it's so much enjoyable for me.
Lamp? I love lamp.
Oh god. Anyway, I hope all you fellow dragons have a wonderful day, and as always, keep it flying, fellow dragons.